Hi, everyone. I'm Jeff Wagner, Infrastructure Lead at Open Forcefield, and this is our Q2 2026 Infrastructure Roadmap Update. We have a grab bag of minor updates for you this quarter. The first is that we've had two minor bug fix releases, one of Toolkit, one of Interchange. These should come through undetected, no major breaks or new features in these. We also are aware that 2 weeks to 1 month ago, we had a brief issue where environment solvers would fail on systems with limited resources. So this would be something like a Linux machine with like 4 GB of RAM or something. It would try to solve the versions of the dependencies to install, and the solver would run out of resources. Um, we relaxed a number of our packaging pins to resolve this. So things like downpinning from Python 3.14 and downpinning other small things make the solver's life very difficult. We removed a few of those and the problem seemed to go away, but if you are encountering this, please get in contact with us. We're happy to announce that we have Pydantic 2.13 and higher support coming. And for many of you, this doesn't matter, but what this does translate to, which does matter, is compatibility with Python 3.14. Similarly, and this is a big thanks to Mike Henry, initially starting this work under the banner of Open Free Energy, and now continuing it under the OMSF ecosystem infrastructure team, is fresh builds of Amber Tools 24 and 25, and actually Mike's working on 26 right now. But importantly, that updates them to work with the common dependencies that most of CondaForge keeps up with. And also, we now have builds for Python 3.14. So I think that might make a lot of people in this call's lives easier if you've been needing to make environments with that. Past that, we have been applying for some grant funding from private philanthropy. This is through the Open Source for Life Sciences Fund. And OMSF is submitting a number of these. A couple of them involve open force field, but the infrastructure team in particular is submitting one for improved workflows for modified protein handling. I'm going to be the PI on this one, and Ashley Mitchell, one of the key personnel. And so, we're coming out with this force field that's going to have parameters for proteins, and now it seems like the big bottleneck is how are we going to ingest these PDB or MMSIF files. Um, it's difficult. We've been showing it in workshops, but the tooling could be improved and maybe given a more natural interface with AI to solve sort of these tedious atom naming problems. And one thing we're realizing in the process of writing this is that something like a light protein prep, something like protonation and maybe some heavy atom replacement could become in scope for this grant. So that'll be submitted soon. Cross your fingers for us. Finally, I presented at the first OMSF Stack Tour. This was in San Francisco 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I presented the Introduction to Open Force Field and PTM workshop material originally made and presented by Ashley Mitchell. I'll go ahead and drop the link to the repo and the recording for that in the chat because that was a really great one. We do have two more of these coming up, one in August. That's going to be in Chicago, adjacent to the ACS meeting, I think August 28th, and another one in September that will be in Boston. So we'd love to see you there. Following up on an item from last month, or last quarter, the OpenMM Force Field 0.16 release has come out. Importantly, this includes support for Smirnoff proteins and virtual sites. This is something that didn't used to work, or if it did work, it was very hacky. Now we've got quite a bit of testing put in for these, so we're confident that these work. I know that some of you access OpenFF force fields through the OpenMM force fields package, and this means that you can try out the Rosemary Alpha now. We don't have any virtual site force fields in production, so when we do, boy, will you be ready with this new release. Um, but other than that, there may be some behavior changes that annoy some of you, but they were bad behaviors to begin with, and I'll fight you about that. And additionally, faster performance on large molecules. So if you were hamstrung on large small molecules, or if you were looking forward to trying proteins, now that's possible. Finally, this was a lighter month, lighter quarter. And this is because we've been rebalancing effort from the infrastructure team towards science goals. So Matt Thompson has been working on our new property calculation engine called DimSim, and Ashley's been working on benchmarks of rosemary on cyclic peptides. So you'll likely hear from Lily about those in more detail in her presentation. Thank you very much.